Hi there, friends. Hello. Uh, I think I should be audible from what I'm looking at here. So let me just confirm that I'm live and good. Yep. Hello, people. Good day. Welcome to another live stream of Smooth Dev Saturday. Has been a week. I've had quite a stressful one, I must confess. But I'm good. I'm fine now. I had to rest like 2 or 3 days so as to get back on track. But yeah, re-energized. Okay, so the stream today, I won't be writing code, but what I want to do is I want to set up my Mac. So unfortunately, I had to reset my Mac for development because Apple told me for me to be able to continue using my developer license, I have to actually create a new Apple ID. Well, I don't know, that kind of sucks, but that's what I gotta do. So I had to set my Mac up fresh with a new Apple ID. So here I am setting it up. So what I wanted to do is to actually show you how I set up this machine for software development. Now, the only thing I actually have installed here, so I think I'll have to transition my screen now. Just a moment. Okay, yeah. So the only thing I actually have installed, pardon me, I'm still trying to get used to all this Mac stuff. So let me try it from here. So the only thing I have installed, my installation, my streaming software, and what else do I even have installed? Let me check. So the only thing, Launchpad. Oh, the Launchpad is actually showing on my screen down here. Let me see if I can bring that up. Just a moment. Um, that's display capture. Just a moment. That's coming up in a bit. Okay. Let me just. No, I shouldn't be adding it here. So remove this. Yep. Just pardon me a little bit. Still trying to get used to streaming on my Mac, so you pardon me today if it's not that smooth. So yeah, got it now. So let me go ahead and customize that. I'm actually over here on my other screen, so you'll be able to see how that is done quite yet. But once it's ready to go, I'm gonna show it. Yeah, I got it almost ready. I think so. Yeah. So I need to disable this. Okay, yeah. So this is what I got. I only have my basic apps installed. That's my streaming software, that's OBS and OneDrive for me to sync the media files I'm using for this stream down. So this PC is as blank as it can be, coming fresh from factory. So of course this laptop is a 16 gig RAM 256 SSD, Intel Core i7 26 MacBook Pro with touch bar. This is what it looks like if I'm allowed to. Just a moment. Let me put that out here. So this is what it looks like. And the only extra thing I've done is connected my Bluetooth mouse. Sorry, the Bluetooth mouse and the Bluetooth keyboard and the headset. So this is the adapter. I need to bring this by the side. So that's the adapter right at the back. Sorry for this messy setup. I just had to come to the office to do this because of bandwidth today. So that is the setup right here. These Windows devices are doing basically nothing for the day. So this is all I have set up. So it's nothing. It's fresh. Sort of out of the oven scenario. So I want this back here. Okay, looks good now. So that is it. That is how the display. I have no apps installed currently, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll start installing my stuff, and that is what I'll start with. So I will go back, disable these and enable this, and boom. Okay, so I don't mind my website showing here. I'm just trying to make fun of myself. So the first thing I actually installed, so you pardon me if I have to go back and forth now, because I have a list of to-do of apps I'm gonna install to make this happen. So first I've removed my Mac operating system. Let me actually open the to-do here so I don't have to look so far. Okay. Okay, one thing I could actually do is install the to-do app here. But I don't want to see all the stuff I got going on in my life, so I wouldn't show you all that. Alright, but I have it opened up here, and just need to switch my profile to my personal, this Saturday, and I'm gonna go here. Okay, reinstall my Mac is done. The next thing I wanna do now is what does it? So let me actually install so to do so. I will install all the apps I normally use. So I'll go to Microsoft To Do app. Actually, I'm supposed to install it from the App Store. So let me go ahead to the App Store and install that. Okay, so this is the App Store here, right here. I'm trying to move that over here. Yep, so this is the App Store. Open here. Just a moment, there's a little bit messed up over here. Yep, so this is the App Store. I search for To Do. Let me open Microsoft To Do is the first that comes up. Yep, I got it right up on here. So I go ahead and install it. Put in my touch. It's actually my macOS Catalan is actually more better now. It sucks less than it used to be when it first came out. So kudos to them for actually doing that. So let me open up the To Do. Open up on my screen down here. I'll sign in with my personal email address. Okay, these guys can lock. So I'm just completing my sign-in process, as you can see. So let me complete that. So I need to sign in, finish my authentication over here on my phone. And I should be ready to go. Alright, so I gotta accept all the privacy terms and all that, and then my app is ready to go. And I just want to open the exact one that concerns me, at least this stream. So here I've installed my Mac. The next thing is PowerShell. Now the sweet thing about PowerShell now, well, it's in version 7, and it is cross-platform. That means I can run it on Mac, PC, on Linux. So I'll go ahead and install PowerShell for Mac OS. So I'll just run this. I'm not going to any special Microsoft site, so I'm being. Oh, it's Google. All right, so good, all that. Well, I want to do the direct download. So as you can see, I want to do the direct download because I don't want to run all this information. So, but so currently now, for me to install PowerShell, I need this .NET tool 10. So I would first need to okay, there's an instruction here I can actually use. You can see. So I'll go ahead and copy this, and I'll open up my terminal. Okay, so terminal over here. Can I into that? No, I cannot. So let me paste that command. My password for this Mac, can I still remember? I think I can. This really ever happen when I'm streaming my Windows device. So, but well, That's what we got. I gotta live with it. So PowerShell is not installing from that command, as I can see. So what I'll do, I'll go to releases page, pardon my tongue twisting, and then I'll download the pkg file dmg. Okay, 4 bits, I got it right here. So I'll go ahead and really allow that and download, and then I'll install it directly. So I guess with that I should be good to go. So install PowerShell, almost done. So it's downloaded. I'm just gonna pick it up from here, or let me see if I can open the Finder window up here. Let me see. Finder. Where's my Finder? Finder, where are you? Oh yeah, Finder is here. Finder, I found you. You cannot run away. So I found my Finder. So I'm gonna PowerShell right now. So I need to go to my security settings to allow this to run. Too much security stuff on Mac. Ugh. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm not even sure where to go, but so the software needs to be updated. So I see this now, so I say open anyways. Yes, open. I know what I downloaded. It is left to me if my PC crashes or catches virus. So I'll go ahead and install, put in my finger, and then PowerShell is installed. So if I go, okay, move this to bin. So let me actually try to reconfigure this main display thing, so we can see our between the screens. So just a moment, because OBS crashed for reasons I cannot explain. I did not make it, but yeah, really good software. Okay, so you don't go above my head that way. Okay, so I'm just gonna place that above it. So that's my main display. Right, so don't mind what is at the back, just mind whatever is in front of you. So let me actually hide this. Yeah, okay. There's an alert to do that. Yes, allow. Oh, but it's gone. Okay, no problem. I'm just checking all this. So I've installed PowerShell. So if I go here, I can find PowerShell. Boom. So PowerShell is installed. So PowerShell is actually one of the main tools I use. So on Windows. So let me switch back to terminal if I can still find it. It's still trying to initiate itself, so I think I can do PowerShell here. Now to zoom on macOS, so you will pardon me. So I'm currently in PowerShell, so I can do. Can I do dir? No. Can I do ls? Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I love PowerShell compared to the terminal. It can do some sort of autocomplete for me. So yeah, I want to allow it. I installed it. Okay, yeah, so I've installed PowerShell. Yeah, so my PowerShell versus terminal fight. So if I were to, so this is PowerShell open, and let me do CLS to clear the screen. Oh, that works fine. So let me actually open terminal side by side. That is about to open, I guess. Uh-oh. Sorry, I've been showing you the wrong stuff. Yeah, that's what I should be showing you. So I've installed PowerShell, but now I need to launch terminal. But I guess it's in the same place, which is fine. So let me actually close everything down. Right, so this is just my to-do list. Open here. Don't mind all my crammed up windows, so let me minimize most of it. So I only have my to do open here. Alright, so what I will do now is open up terminal. Alright, so this is my terminal, and then I'll open up PowerShell. So I want to do like a wall between PowerShell and terminal. Okay, just a moment, let me check the health of this. Just a moment. Okay, so I got terminal here, I got PowerShell here. So if I was to do cd downloads, so if I would press on, hold on, what is going on? Yep. So I got PowerShell, I got terminal, the default terminal. So this is PowerShell, this is terminal. So my PowerShell, no, let me do first in terminal. So I do cd, I want to go to my downloader. You can see I'm pressing tab on my keyboard, but it's not doing the autocomplete for me, so I have to complete this all by itself. But if I were to go to my PowerShell, okay, you can see I got the autocomplete. So that's one reason I would like to continue using PowerShell. So let me skip this part. Yeah, so that's one reason I'll continue to use PowerShell on my Mac or any environment I find myself in. That is it. So that is PowerShell versus terminal. I won't do too much of a fight today because today is not a PowerShell versus terminal fight, but yeah, I checked that out. So the next thing I wish to do now is actually install the .NET SDK. So I'll go to .NET, so I can download the .NET SDK because I write C#. So, and C# is the only language I write. Well, I write some other languages. So I'll go ahead and download, and I'll download the SDK 3.1. Yes, allow download. Alright, it's downloading, and it's almost done. So if I check upon it here, it's almost done downloading. Okay, downloaded. So let's install. Come on, it should open. Okay, I got it here. Oh, this is what I gotta do. Okay, move it up here. I'm still trying to get used to actually using the Mac, so you pardon me. Okay, installing .NET Core SDK, and that is done. So my preliminary tools, my SDK, my terminal all set up. Next thing I need to do is install Visual Studio Code. So install .NET Core SDK. Yeah, I know that, so I will just leave that there. So let me put this to the side. .NET Core SDK has been installed. So pardon me, I love using that term quite a lot. You can zoom in and do stuff. So okay, I finished my PowerShell versus terminal fight, so I can terminate these processes. Alright, so I've installed .NET Core SDK. Next thing I would like to do now, let me actually make this come over here. So that's my browser, so I don't have to swap between screens. So I've installed .NET Core SDK. So if I actually go to my terminal, so let me just use terminal. No, I'm gonna use terminal. I'll use PowerShell because yeah, I love PowerShell. So if I do .NET, I think it's -v, I can see all the stuff I can do with .NET. So you can see I have .NET Core 3.1.102 installed, and I can start doing all sort of interesting stuff. So but let me clear that screen, and we'll come back to this later. So let me actually see if I can make the display bigger. That idea just come to my head, so you'll pardon me. Arrangements. This is display 2, right? Yep. Scaled. Yeah, too bad I don't know how to do much more than that. So I'll have to just quit that. Alright. So okay. .NET installed. Next is VS Code. So I go to code.visualstudio.com, code.visualstudio.com. Okay, so that code I download for Mac, the stable build. Yeah, if you want to download the insider build, of course, that is good for you to go. But I'm downloading stuff all the time as well, install. So code is almost done installing. Stable build. So what I do, because there's a zip folder, I will have to open it up and then move it to my application folder. So that is no, it's actually I'm not even sure anymore. Okay, let me try and see what is going on here. Yeah, open. So it actually just downloaded the executable. So what I will need to do is go ahead and move this to my applications folder. So I'll just move it here. So if I go to my applications, yep, I should be able to see VS Code somewhere down here, so I can open it from here. So what I do is that I pin this to my taskbar. So I'll keep it in dock. I don't know how to open the dock over here, so I'll just keep in dock on my other display that you currently cannot see. But I'll show you how that looks much later on. So I've installed VS Code. Then if I now open VS Code, I can start doing all my .NET stuff just like that. I wouldn't need to do any other sort of stuff. Install. Yeah, I use Camtasia, but I'll just keep this one for the purpose of this show. Yeah, delete the step. Okay, so basically now I'm almost good to go with development. So let me just increase this zoom. So all I need to do to start development is just start. Right, so I can start a new project. So let me go ahead and open a folder. I've created a folder and pinned it over here, so as you can see. So let me just call this. Let me make a new folder. Let me call this SDS Mac setup, right? And then I open the folder. So what I need to do now is I'll open the terminal from VS Code. So there's a shortcut for that, I think, if I can still remember. I got it. But I want to make my default terminal PowerShell, so I'll click on this drop down here, select my default shell, and I'll make it PowerShell. Okay, so I'll delete this and start it over again. Now I'm in PowerShell, so I can start to do stuff. Right, so I want to set up. Let me even see what I can do with .NET. So let me just type .NET. So it gives me the list of stuff I'm able to do. Now, because I'm running this for the first time on this machine, it will just give me this welcome info. This will not show anymore. So you can see the stuff I can do because I'm on Mac. So let me collapse this view. So you can see I can do a console application, a class library. Awesome. I could even do a WPF application from inside Mac. Can I try that? Let me actually try to do a WPF application from inside a Mac and see what that looks like. Let's hope I don't fail. I can even do info, so I can do the web application. Oh, nice. So let me try WPF. Shall I? Alright, so let's so all I need to do is do can I scroll this down a little bit more? Too bad I can't. So I'll do .NET new that is WPF, I think. The command .NET new WPF. I put it in let me call this LWPF. Let me see if it actually creates. It's creating, which is very weird, but let's see if it will actually run. It's creating, which is sort of weird. I don't actually know it will work. So yeah, so let me do .NET run LWPF. Oh no, I need to put this argument in. So project. Okay. So it's telling me Windows is required to build a Windows desktop application. So I cannot do that. I can only, write the code. So this is actually what it looks like here. It has the app.xaml file. That's the CS proj windows.xaml.cs. Oh, it's bringing me a pop that it's recommending that I install the C# extension so I'm able to get the intelligence and stuff. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just install it because yeah, if I don't install it, I lose. Well, not really lose like that. So but yeah, so I cannot run it, but I can set it up, so you can see. So I'll collapse that. So but yeah, let me run a console application actually. So I'll just do my .NET new console. Okay, so I'll give it a name. So that is done. So I've been able to prove you can set up a WPF project using .NET on Mac or anywhere, but to run it you need a Windows machine. So let's try that out. Maybe in the future it will be that cool. So I just closed two pop-ups that came out to me. So I'll do a .NET run. I want to do hello console. You see how sweet PowerShell is? I can do the autocomplete. Haha. Right. So let me run the console. So I should actually just see hello world run. So yep, that is it right there. 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 So yeah, it's working. Right. So now I've been able to set up a console project, the BPF. Let us try. Let's see what .NET New has in store for us. Set up solution folder so I can actually do my projects end to end here. What I'm expecting to actually show up in the future is I do a .NET New Xamarin. I can set up my Xamarin projects right in here. It will be so awesome. Come back on. I'm still here. Alright. I can. Oh, so let me actually just set up a new application so I can do .NET New Web API. So let me just set up an API project and a Web UI project and a Blazor project. Yep. So .NET New Web API. What's that command again? So let me call this hello Web API. So come on, run. Okay, Web API has been created. Let us run that. Okay. So why I'm actually doing .NET is to show that we are able to run .NET projects cross-platform now. Yeah, normally on a normal day I would prefer to run this on my Windows device. Yeah, I use a Mac and I write code on my Mac like frequently also. So I just want to show us .NET Core. .NET is cross-platform. Number 2 is open source, and you can just start writing it minimally with your favorite tools. Of course, I've used Notepad or Atom or what other code editor exists. You can to do this. So let me go to this URL here. Show details. Yep, I visit. Yeah, it's at my own risk. I know. So you can see this is my web API view. I actually don't. Let me see the API route I'm supposed to go to actually see stuff. I don't. Doesn't it have Swagger set up by default? I'm not sure. It doesn't have Swagger, but let me go to the controllers folder and see what I can do. So I can go to API. So I can go to that URL slash weather forecasts. Okay. So if I go to, let me go back to my Safari browser. Where's Safari? Yep. So I just go to slash weather forecast. Boom, I'm able to see my stuff run. I'm able to run my API. If it were a web UI project, also maybe an MVC application. So let me actually do that. But let me do Blazor. Blazor server side. Can I do this? Server side Blazor. I cannot do that. Okay. So let me see the template one more time. Blazor. I'm looking for Blazor server. So Blazor server. I gave it a name. I call it Hello Blazor. Okay, I got my Blazor project set up. Excuse me. Okay, so let me run the Blazor project now. So the Blazor is the UI framework, front-end framework for .NET. So if you have been writing React or Angular or Vue.js, this is the new kid on the block that is hot and awesome. I'm actually using it for the next live project I'm doing. So that's that. So let me run this now again. I'm just gonna switch to the browser. Okay, let's see how that looks like. So I do have front-end coding with C# with .NET. Basically, that is what it means. So you can see this is actually C# running. So that is what Blazor allows you to be able to do. This is C# running. I can do all my navigation. Oh, sorry, that's just a documentation page I hit. So you can see I can do stuff. I'm not sure why that is set to 0. So I can move stuff around, and it's pretty lightweight. It's cross-platform also, and that is server-side Blazor. So if I wanted to do the web assembly, I have to install a tool, but currently I wouldn't want to do that for this demo, so I'll skip that part. So I've installed .NET. So let me go back to my tool. I've installed .NET. I've installed VS Code. I'm not sure if Git actually comes out of the box with this, so let me actually go to let me try this. I'll have to install Git. So it's telling me the Git command requires the command line developer tools. Would I like to install the tools? Try that. Yes. It's finding Git. Wow, this is awesome. So it can find software for me and install it. This is looking good. Alright. I guess I've been missing out a lot on the Mac. But yeah, I like what I'm missing. So it's downloading Git. Oh, it's downloading the command line tool, I guess. Then it will install Git and do stuff. So while that happens, let me just switch over here and see what's going on. Okay, it's downloading. Installing the software. 4 minutes to go on that. Three minutes to go. Okay, so while that actually happens, I know that it's trying to do the Git stuff for me. So one of my favorite tools is actually Fork. So Fork helps me manage my Git projects. I use it to do Git flow for branching management for my project. So I will have to go to my browser now and find Git flow. Where's my browser? So I'm using Safari actually. So you can see this has been disconnected from the server. That's why I'm seeing that on the screen. But so I'll go this fork git download. Alright, so get me to where I need to go. So I download fork. This is actually one of the best stuff found using to do my branching and stuff. So I'll download that, downloading fork, while I wait for this guy to finish. About 2 minutes to go on that. So I've downloaded fork. Fork has been downloaded. Let me see if I can install it from here. Yep, it's verifying the DMG file, and then I get this awesome screen. So I'll have to move it to my applications folder. Did that happen? Let me check. No, that did not happen. So let me try that again. Aha, it just actually moved. So I got fuck here. Yeah, open it. It's my app. I downloaded it. So I'm getting some stuff here. Try tonight. Just some update stuff coming up here. Alright, so fork is opening up. So it's asking me to set my username and password. So I'll just put this in. And let me use this email address. Right, so it's asking me to set my source directories. That's where most of my Git projects, my projects will be. So I'll just go ahead and choose, because I have this folder set up and I call this it's in my projects. Yep. So it will do an automatic scan of this folder and get all the Git projects, Git based projects, and then have it up here in here for me. And I can also connect to GitHub. So let me actually connect to GitHub from here. This first time I'm actually trying to connect to GitHub. So let me see, my password for GitHub is just OBS crashed again. Bad, not my fault. I didn't break it. So I have to verify my identity with GitHub. So I'll have to put in this code to verify myself. Yep, so it's asking me all this stuff. I'll just go ahead and authorize. Okay, so I'm not sure what all this is, but yeah, whatever. I just cancel all that. I don't know about all that. But yeah, I'm back. Alright, so I was in the process of checking my so it's telling me this software has been installed, so I need to go back to VS Code to actually see what has really been installed. I've installed Git. Good. So I can do a Git add dot to add all the projects. But I'll not do a commit. I need to find my git ignore file. And how do I do that? Well, I'll go the crude way. So I'll go crude and I'll go back and do a Google search to say Visual Studio Git ignore. Don't mind my spelling. So I'll just go ahead and copy all this. Okay, so I'll copy this, come back here, create a new file, call it .git ignore, and then I'll paste this in there. I'll save it. do git add again. Okay, so I'll do git commit boom. So that has been set up, I guess. Right. So some files are actually not supposed to be here, but yeah, with all those data that is supposed to clear out. So I think based on my task lists, I've installed Git, I've installed fork. Next now I need to install is my favorite browser. Yeah, Safari is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but because I work cross-platform and Safari is not available on Windows on Linux, I'll have to use the cross-platform browser. And I apologies, I really don't like Chrome. I use Firefox and Edge most of the time, so I'll go ahead and install my Edge browser now. So I'll go to Microsoft Edge for Mac. Yep, that's it. I'll go ahead and install that, and that is my default browser. So load for Mac OS, accept, yep, improve, accept times and download. Yep, allow that. So while that is downloading, so for me to manage my databases, I use Azure Data Studio. So that's the cross-platform lightweight version of SSMS. Really, that's the simplest way I can like put it. So what you do with Data Studio is you're able to manage databases, whatever kind of database, SQL databases, Cosmos DB, node documents and all that. So that is what I'm gonna install next. But before I do that, let me install Microsoft Edge. And Microsoft Edge, yep, there you go. I go and install. I put in my fingerprint. So it's installing. Okay. Microsoft Edge has been installed. I'm seeing a lot of prompts I'm supposed to allow here, but yeah, I'm gonna do that, but you cannot see it. So I got Microsoft Edge. Boom! Welcoming me to a new world. So what I'll do, because I set up on my other devices, I yeah, this in this welcome screen. Yeah, it's beautiful. So I'll get started. So what I'll do, do I want informational or focused? Let me be inspired. Right? It's good to be inspired. So I'll go ahead next. So for me to be able to synchronize my data across my devices, I need to do this. It's just one thing I need to do. Um, yeah, that's my email address. Do I need to do two-factor auth again? Yep, I need to do that, so I'll be sure I'm secured. So I go ahead and finish that process here. Okay, yeah, sync my browser data. I improve, yeah, improve all stuff. It's Microsoft, I can trust them. Okay, I guess I'm very much ready to go now. So this is my browser. It should actually start syncing any moment from now. Okay, I need to sync my profile, setting itself up so I can add more profile. And one of the other profiles I'll actually like to add is so I work on many organizations at for many organizations. So one of the organization I'd like to actually put here is a new startup I'm founding. So for that I don't have 2FA set up, so I can actually switch between profiles. So my password for that, if I can remember, is this. Yep. So I can also go ahead and customize this. So if I go to manage profile settings, I think so let me call this yep, and then I'll switch and rename this to personal. Good at personal. So I can get on my browser histories, I think. No, it's using Bing. Awesome. So I can get back to my Bing rewards. Yeah, if I want to import my browser history from Safari, it's asking me to do that. Well, I don't want to do that, which is good. So I think I'm fine to go on here. How do I close tab using a shortcut? Yeah, so I've installed Edge. What is this? Yeah, I already have them installed on my devices, so thank you. No thanks. I'm good. Alright, so I've installed Edge. So next thing I want to install is Azure Data Studio. Okay, that's it. So I use basis for the Mac. I zip. Yep, allow. So what I my favorite IDE, which should be the wrap up for this episode of Smooth Dev Saturday, are Visual Studio. But I know the website, so I'll just go to visualstudio.com. Yep, that is it. Azure Data Studio is still downloading. Nice. So, oh, this fresh website. Nice. So I'll go ahead and download Visual Studio. So if I was on Windows, I'll go here. So I've downloaded VS Code already, so I'm good. What I need is Visual Studio for Mac. So I'll go ahead and download VS for Mac. Okay, no thanks, no survey right now. Download should start any moment from now. Okay. Oh, so DMG, so you'll go ahead and actually do the installer. So let me actually open that up because it will take a longer time to install than Azure Data Studio. Okay, I got the interface up here. I can close this. So I'll go ahead and just double click this for start the installation process for Visual Studio. Okay, it's verifying my installer. Okay, yeah, open it up. I trust it. Okay, this can go and slip somewhere. So nice welcome screen. So it's checking all the tools I need installed. So for me to be able to actually run Xamarin successfully, I need to install Xcode. Yep. So it's telling me the stuff I need to run. It's telling me there's an update available for .NET Core. Yes, I want to do Android. I want to do iOS. I want to do macOS also. I need Xamarin. I need all this stuff. So I will now go ahead and install just 3.1 gigabytes, which is awesome. So but to be able to do that, I know for sure I'll need to install Xcode so that I can do what's it called now, remote hosting between my Windows and my Mac. So I'll need to install Xcode. So I'll go, I think I can get that from the App Store. Yep, I can get that from the App Store. So I'll go to my App Store and search for Xcode. Yep, that is Xcode. Install. Oh, touching my face. So it's installing Xcode. So both of this will actually take a longer time, and that is where I'll actually end the stream. This downloading. So all set up to go. But I think it should actually not be that slow. But yeah, I'll go ahead and install my Azure Data Studio now. Oh, I think for some very weird reasons, I'll have to also move it to my applications folder. Weird. So I'll go ahead and move this to my applications folder. So it's good there now. Yeah, thank you. All this stuff. So let me go back to fork and try to scan again. Oh, I can do git lfs. So for large file support, I can do git flow as you can see. But let me open up my repositories. File that will be open repository. Is it? Yep. Yeah. So that's it. I can, as you can see here, I can go ahead and do my git flow somewhere here. So I need to initialize that git flow, initialize git flow. So that's what I do for my branching. So I'll just name this here. Bam, initialize git flow. Then I can go to my start working on my develop branch. So I don't but for git flow, maybe I'll do much more later on. So I'm now in develop. I can start a new feature. So if I go to git flow, I can start a feature. Let me call this say I. Just a little bit of show here. Start feature. I finish the feature, and I can stay. I'm done with the feature, and then it goes ahead and manage it back. Boom. Boom. That makes my life actually easy. Of course, I didn't make any changes, so you can ignore all that. So on my checklist, Azure Data Studio, boom. All my tasks. The remaining thing now is Visual Studio, which is actually currently installing, and that will take a very much longer time. So this is how I set up for development. My major tools for development on my Mac are my VS Code, Visual Studio, and my terminal. So I hope I've been able to, contribute some value today. Yep. Is that me? Yeah, I hope I've been able to contribute some value to your development life today and show you I can run .NET on Mac. So I could decide to actually use my Mac solely for the next few days. Just because OBS is crashing, I might not be using it for my live streams. I'll have to go back to my main Windows device. But aside that, I think it's all good. Maybe I heard there's a new version of OBS that was actually released, so I just downloaded it. It will be much more stable. So basically, that is me setting up my for development. Once I'm done uh, installing Visual Studio, I'll be good to go. So thank you for watching today's episode of Smooth Day. So what will I be trading next week? Not quite sure what I should get on with, but I'll let you know within the week. So you might do well. Maybe I should start with okay, maybe I should start the DevOps series. So I'll start with what the whole DevOps thing is all about, and we'll catch on with all that from next week. So remember to catch up with me. It's still the same where you're watching this from: Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, or Twitch or Mixer. I'm live all there. I reply to messages, so I better get out of here before OBS crash. Yeah, so basically that's it. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you next week. Bye bye. Yeah, got it.